the first picture on the left, it's actually nowadays becoming less popular. And the other picture, which we wrote special above it, it's a special greeting way between the young people and the older people. They give them a kiss on the head or on the hand to show love and respect. Yeah.
Excellent. Do you think there's any reason why the one on the left is becoming less common?
I'm not sure, actually.
Okay. Interesting, though. Very interesting. Keep going, guys.
The usual greeting in Mexico is a handshake. Among young people, the friendly greeting usually is a kiss on the cheek, as you can see in the picture, and it's kind of like you hug the person. It's like a semi hug or something.
An embrace kind of thing.
Embrace, yeah. And we also have several verbal greetings, and the most frequent are like good morning, good afternoon, good evening, how are you? All of that when we are like kissing on the other person. And among young people, shaking hands is a bit strange, so we rather skip all of that and we just kiss each other on the cheek.
So the kiss on the cheek is still quite common for young people?
It is. I mean,
okay.
Which is not common is shaking hands. You can do it, but it's just strange. It's like we're not all.
Is there anything more informal, like anything even more kind of informal that you might do with your friends?
What do you mean, like?
Like, for example,
the kiss?
The fist bump, for example.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that you only do the kiss thing when you want to be friendly and you know the person.
And you said that it's greetings like how are you or hi, hello. Is there any equivalent to when we say what's up or how's it going? Anything more informal?
Yeah, we say like something like ¿Qué onda?
¿Qué onda?
Yeah, which means what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Isabella,
¿qué onda? Pronunciation?
¿Qué onda?
¿Qué onda?
Okay,
yeah.
Good.
There's a lot of slang though, so.
Okay, great. Continue, guys.
Okay, so in East Asia, like Korea and Japan, I don't know China also, but we bow to respect other people. So the more you bow slowly, people think that you are a more polite person. You're a polite person. Therefore, normally we don't bow between friends and young people, because due to that reason, sometimes bowing politely can make distance to others and feel uncomfortable. However, it's necessarily in the case of official situation like interview or meeting elder people. And what's more, we do special bow in special day like the right picture. In New Year and Thanksgiving Day, we bow to elderly among the relative family wearing that traditional clothes.
Now, that's fantastic. Now, you said bowing, there's a form of impolite bowing as well. If I was your friend and I was coming to visit you in Korea and you wanted to make sure I don't get in any social discomfort, what would you tell me? When I meet your other friends or when I meet your parents, do I greet them in the same way?
You need to bow them because it's strange. Because it's stranger.
Mm-hmm.
No, is the stranger because you guys haven't met before. It's first time, so. Yeah.
And then after I've met them, I don't have to do that in the future?
Well, to parents, elderly, you have to bow.
Okay.
Great. If you have one friend who have 1 year more,
mm-hmm.
you need to bow.
1 year older.
1 year older, if he don't allow to be friend, we need to bow. Yeah.
Great, fantastic. Keep going, and guys, feel free to ask questions if you have questions.
Okay, independence of a young age. Actually, independence differs from culture to culture. But first, what do we mean by independence? Independence means that the person can establish his identity and become in all ways a separate individual, such as know choosing what to wear or what to haircut to have, what to do with the money and when to marry and all of those kind of stuff. Yeah,
Excellent.
and we are gonna talk about three topics, which is alcohol and weddings and staying in the family's house. I don't have like much to talk about alcohol because it's a religious thing, so no one should drink alcohol even if he's above 18 or at any age.
Hmm.
And marriage in Saudi Arabia, it's for the man it's from 20 to 30, yeah. And for
Do you
the
mean
woman,
that's the expected age that they get married? They are expected to
yeah,
get married? Okay. Hmm.
yeah, and but the woman usually just the 20s, yeah, no older or
So,
no.
so men have a little bit more time to make their commitment. Is that right? And women have to kind of usually do it by the time they're 25, 26, 27.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess maybe because the man has to, I don't know, look for a house or a job and those kind of things.
Hmm.
And staying in family's house, it's quite common actually to stay in your parents' house in Saudi Arabia, even in the maybe mid-20s, like 24, 25. And it's actually connected to when you're gonna get married and what university are you gonna go to, if it's in the same city or not. So it's connected to other factors.
That tells me that the idea of family is very important in Arabic culture because you basically go from one family to the next. There's never really a period where you are alone in your own apartment, kind of like in America, right? Like most of us in our 20s, we call ourselves the, bachelors or whatever because we're living in our 20s and single and doing our own thing. But that doesn't really happen so much, huh?
No, no,
Interesting.
absolutely. Yeah.
Very interesting. Okay. Nike, Adrian, anything?
Oh yeah. So in Korea, actually the concept of independence age is changed depending on the personal value. Normally, normally independence means being independent of their parents financially. So it starts from 30, which is the age that people get a job, a stable job. So in fact, the average age of marriage is also 30s, and the drinking age is 18 years old.
Okay, great, lovely. Okay,
Yeah.
and okay.
Yeah, so in Mexico, marriage is very different among Mexicans. Since we are not a homogeneous country, so it depends a lot on social class, or if you're in the city or in the countryside, or if you have some religion influences in your
Religious
life.
influence. Uh-huh.
So it's gonna be very different to every Mexican. So that's why I cannot tell like a certain age. But normally it's expected for a man to get married no later than 40, 35, 40, and no later than 30, 32 if you're a woman.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
more that's more like a standard. But
That's more about giving birth to children, right? The younger age for women is maybe because they're expected to have children, or
Yeah, basically, yeah. But you can see young couples as young as 20 married, and like couples that they got married at 35 or 40 or something. So
let me ask a different question that just came to my mind. When we talk about big family and small family, how many kids somebody has. In your culture, guys, and it doesn't just have to be you three, anybody can chime in here. What is considered a big family? 4 children, 5 children, or more? What's considered a small family? For example, I am, 3. I have 2 brothers. I would say this is kind of normal, and anything more than 3 in America would be considered a pretty large family.
yeah,
Yeah,
same.
I agree.
Same for you guys. What about in Korea?
Yeah.
How big are the families usually? Usually smaller, no?
Yeah, usually smaller, but the meaning of big family is quite different in Korea. Big family means the family that live with grandparents, you know.
That would be what we call
Yeah.
the extended family. Uh-huh.
Extended
Yeah.
family.
Good.
So
Uh,
in yeah.
No, please go ahead.
Yeah, so in the drinking age is at 18, but normally your parents train you to drink a little bit earlier so you can learn and not mess up when you're like 18. So it's okay if you start drinking like at 16, 17, probably 15.
My
And
parents used to offer me a little bottle of beer occasionally when we were having dinner when I was like 16, 17. The same thing. They'd say, "Do you want a bottle of beer tonight, son?" And yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
also it depends as well on your relation and things like that. But normally it is like that. And independency, well, since Mexico, you Mexico has really strong family values. So because of that, there is no social pressure for people to actually get out of their parents' house really soon. In fact, we believe that if we are stronger together than separate, and I think that the only factor for you to move out and like start a life independently is when you feel like you're ready. So you take like little steps, and like little by little, when you feel like you're ready, that's the like actually the real moment. But it's not gonna be like your parents just like, hey, I think that you need to like move out or something. And we also think that we need to take care of our parents and grandparents, because they took care of us when we were younger. So that's what it is. And yeah.
What you guys are talking about, and I've heard a lot of your discussions from previous classes as well, in terms of families staying together in one house, looking after the grandparents, staying in the same house until you're ready to move out. This is maybe very similar for all of you guys, but very different for America, for USA. Growing up in the US, I can say that it's completely different. There is, and Nike used a good phrase, social pressure. There is social pressure to move out of your parents' house. If you are at college and still living with your parents, it's usually considered not so desirable. Same thing with the grandparents. We expect the grandparents to kind of be in a retirement community or retirement home compared to living with us for the rest of their lives. So I don't know if you guys have seen these differences in America and you feel that it's a different kind of culture. Do you see that in your daily lives in America?
In Virginia, Fairfax, there are many old people here.
Living with their families or living in
living
homes?
alone.
Living alone, right?
I don't know. What I see in the US is that ethnicity matters a lot. So I think that there is no like a rule of thumb to every family, because for example, I've seen like, I don't know, Latin families that they stay all together in the US, but I don't know.
I think what you're saying, that almost kind of makes it even a stronger connection between culture, right? So even though they're in the USA, they still have their own culture, or their culture that is adapted since they moved to the country. So yeah, I think those are 2 points that kind of work together, I think, for sure. Wonderful. Guys, anything else in the presentation?
Well, in conclusion, we all come from different places, but in the end, what it makes us different is also what it makes us special and culturally rich.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
Guys, can we have a round of applause for our presenters today, for Iyad, for Isabella, and Nike? Please turn on your microphones and clap for these guys. Excellent, excellent, excellent job, my friends. That was wonderful.